Yeah, this scene deals with the arrival of Frank McRae at Felix Leiter's house when they've discovered his wife murdered.
So this is exactly
okay, I'll be there.
Come here! You can't go in.
No, sir.
Come on, let me in. Let me in. No!
It's okay, he's a friend of Leiter's.
Hey, let him in.
We filmed this scene at Snipe Point, Key West, in August 1988. The reason probably that we removed the scene was maybe it had something to do with Timothy's hat.
That's the girl Sanchez left behind.
Get the bimbo below before she starts waving at him.
Yes, sir.
Fishing vessels, stand off. We have divers in the water. Clear away immediately.
So get out of sight around that headland. And be careful, we're being followed.
In this scene, we see the exterior of the casino in Isthmus City, and in the background, you'll see the president, played by Pedro Armendariz Jr. Some people may remember his father in From Russia with Love.
Isthmus City is aglitter tonight as Franz Sanchez arrives at a party that some say is to celebrate his recent escape from custody in the U.S. Senor Sanchez, you were recently described in a leading American newspaper as a drug lord involved in narcotics trafficking. What do you have to say about these comments?
First of all, the United States should not blame me for its drug problems. Yo soy un hombre de negocios. I'm a businessman who runs a gambling casino. I love the Americans. I think they're a great people. And I welcome you all here. Besides, we have better odds than in the U.S. Only 1-0 on the roulette wheel. Excuse me, I must greet my guests, okay?
President Hector Lopez arriving. Military escort, Hector. They're chanting. Here he is now, flags waving, as Franz Sanchez escorts his guests into the gala evening. This is Anna Rack, Latin American Network News, live from Isthmus City.
This scene I shot in August '88. It starred Bud Williams, and unfortunately for Bud, I dropped the scene, but it was a good scene. It was just that we had stronger scenes, and I didn't think it was strictly necessary in terms of narrative, so off it went, I'm afraid.
Hi. I'd like to rent your boat.
Not a chance.
Well, how much to buy her?
More than you've got, wise ass.
Name your price.
All right, 200,000.
Does that include a full tank of petrol?
Yes, here we see the scene at the Acapulco airport, which is supposed to be Isthmus City airport, and it shows the Chinese or Japanese businessmen arriving, greeted by Robert Davi and Timothy Dalton, and Carey Lowell watch the proceedings, and then we establish a shadowy figure watching, and it turns out to be Christopher Neame, who's a British agent watching and presumably reporting back.
Go! Good ball.
The young guy is Truman Lodge, Sanchez's financial whiz kid. He's wandered back home for insider trading on Wall Street.
Do you recognize any of the others?
Yeah, the tall blonde guy is Heller, ex-Green Beret colonel, handles all of Sanchez security. The feds would love to get their hands on him, too.
Yes, this scene takes place in this most beautiful post office in Mexico City. They allowed us to work there at the weekend, and it was a very, very beautiful building with lots of wrought iron work, which I believe was made in Britain many years ago. I deleted the part of the scene where Bond brushes against Robert Davi. There's a moment where you think that he may recognise him, and decided we didn't need that. Didn't kind of work the way I thought it might, so we just picked the scene up a bit later.
Bienvenidos, amigos.
Señor Sanchez. Señor Sanchez, señor Juan. Señor Son. ¿Su hijo?
This scene here is in the casino, which we used a very beautiful building in Mexico City, and we imported all the gaming machines, etc., from America. It was quite a job for Peter Lamont, his crew, to work out, but the whole point of the scene really was just to establish the two Chinese narcotic agents from Hong Kong who we see in the background. In the event, we didn't think it was necessary in the end, and I dropped the scene.
Well, let's get out of here.
I have the draft you wanted, Senorita Kennedy.
Just the profits. I could use some walking around money.
You can walk an awful long way on $250,000.
So what did you do with that hot tamale?
We went to see Sanchez.
Well, this is another interesting scene, really. This was shot while I was down in Mexicali with Timothy and Carey, and shooting the truck sequence, all the bits that we needed to with the main artists. And Miguel Hill, my assistant, was entrusted with doing the arrival outside the house and the subsequent thing when the tanks and that arrived. So that was going on while I was down there, and then I came back and I shot the interiors. On recollection, I decided that I really didn't need all that pedestrian stuff of arriving and him being strapped to the table. It all took good time, good screen time. So in the end, I found it more pacey to come straight in with the water being thrown in his face. And the rest is self-explanatory, really.
Who the hell are you?
Be polite and answer the man.
Again, this is another example of a pure editing decision, really, to keep the pace going. We've seen Bond escape, and we've seen him on the blind side of the boat. It's probably quite a good example how versatile Timothy Dalton was at doing his own action stuff, that we could speed through the water with him attached to the bow of the boat. He was game for all that. It's a very pretty scene, but it didn't really add an awful lot to the story, so I decided to drop it.
going back.
How'd you love him?